So we just saw the Bambi movie. You want to talk about it?
No.
Here we are in downtown Montreal. We took a little break from the Fantasia Film Fest to go see what we thought would be a palate cleanser, and maybe to a degree.
I don't know what you said palate cleanser before. I have no idea why. No, I don't know why I did this, to be honest with you. That was my 31st movie in 14 days. We went to Cineplex on a Thursday afternoon to a completely sold out showing of Bambi. Just kidding. No one was there. Just the two of us.
Bambi the Reckoning.
Bambi the Reckoning. Yeah. Big year for reckonings. I can't wait for Bambi the Final Reckoning when Tom Cruise and the Mission Impossible crew shows up.
They set it up for that.
Kill Bambi, dude. Yeah. No, this was a. I don't watch it. It was like, again, in terms of like horror basics, like it's not like unwatchable garbage, but like it doesn't creep into the like so bad
schlockiness.
It's good.
That's good. Yeah, it doesn't get there.
And it's definitely not at all good enough to be even like a semi-competent like movie to recommend. Like how the Bambi horror movie is not a horror comedy. I'm sorry, but like just don't do it then.
It did remind me a lot of Death of a Unicorn, minus the budget, the star power, and the humor.
Yeah.
But it hits a lot of the same beats of like that movie.
Yeah.
I would say like visual effects wise, like after seeing like Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, and the second movie of that, I was expecting more nudity and worse effects, more schlock. And this one almost was like, we can be better, but they then took themselves out of the realm of being funny schlock, and now you're like
the camp factor.
Yeah, I didn't appreciate this one nearly as much.
It just is like a shitty then kind of sort of creature feature horror, and you're like, okay, a shitty creature feature horror where like divorce is a main thing in the movie, and like in the climactic what's supposed to be the climactic moment in the movie, and we're like, I should have told you your dad was an asshole. Like, what the fuck? I
should have told you your dad's a reindeer trafficker.
Played like legitimately,
very serious.
Like it's not.
The only song in the movie is this big sweeping emotional song at the end called like How I Used to Love You, or How You Would Have Loved Me. And I remember it like hit me like a wall because I was like, whoa, real music, because it was all just kind of like the stock horror music that I've used in short films where I was like, this sounds like Sound Sting number 36 in the action pack, where it's just like wah, wah, like and they finally had like a song, and at the end where it's like the music part is just one song, I was like, oh, at least somebody got paid. At least
that tracks. No, it was
not a bad song either, just very over the top and no self-awareness, which you thought you would expect from this
and also like just like it's just crazy to me. Like you have such a you're just taking it because it's there now, and you just don't do anything interesting with it at all. Like at all. And so don't watch it. It was not fun. There's a trillion other things you could watch.
I think that this movie would have done gangbusters at a Fantasia screening. Like the amount of,
but no, it wouldn't. And like this is kind of
like
what I think bothers
like,
me so much is that like it's not like a crazy kill fest either. Like the first real like Bambi kill comes like 50 minutes into the movie.
Yeah.
There's no spoil. There's nothing to spoil. He stomps on a car to kill a guy kind of by like tweaking his neck. Yeah. Like it's not even like a graphic like head break.
There's some bone popping out, but it
looked
doesn't.
Like a wrist.
It's not choreographed well. Like it looks like his arm's pinned. And when the reindeer hits the roof of the car or the bottom of the car,
it lacked any impact. Really.
Yeah, it didn't really connect for me.
And then it's not till once we progress much further, like it's not a long movie. And to its credit, it was not paced horrifically or anything. But
it did fly by well.
Yeah, like it, and even then, there's like that moment, and then there's another big chunk of time before another one happens. So like. And again, like it's the kind of movie that should be this amazing crowd fun experience that would be absolutely amazing at Fantasia, but the movie doesn't lean into it.
Yeah, which is why it probably wasn't at Fantasia.
Well, and it
was screening in one theater here in Montreal for 2 days.
One theater for 2 days, and it was a Wednesday and a Thursday.
Yeah, in the middle of the afternoon, no late shows.
And it's not on the weekend. So and we obviously there's a lot of theaters. And
thank God I was unemployed this week to come see it, because otherwise.
Well, we sprinkled it in and figured, at least in the horror genre, so like it would be at least semi related to some of the other stuff we've been watching. But yeah,
we
don't
thought it'd be
watch
a good palate cleanser, but it was like having mouthwash before drinking orange juice a little bit.
Yeah.
So
It was. I wanted it to be fun, and I just can't believe these movies don't lean into that more.
on that tangent, I just watched because summertime's the time where you watch like Jaws, and this year I was like, I really wanted to see.
I'm going in IMAX. Are you going in IMAX?
I would like to. Okay, well, so anyways,
Well, you have the better IMAX.
yeah, the 70 mil baby. But I want to watch the movie Dangerous Animals because it's about a crazy guy feeding people to sharks. Love
Jai
shark.
Courtney.
Yeah, Jai Courtney's amazing. But I want to watch that. But so to get in the mood for that, I didn't want to watch Jaws for the 7th, 8th time in the last couple of years. So I was like, what if I watch Piranha 3D and the sequel Piranha 3 Double D? And those movies are kind of what Bambi should have been, which is this like CGI monster, campy, bloody, disgusting, boobs everywhere thing. Not that it needs to be that, but I thought there'd be more of those elements because I watched those. They were bad movies, but they were a fun watch, and this was just not there.
This is where, to me, like, and this is kind of a bigger thing about like the horror genre, kind of writ large in this, but like. Those movies there's like I hate the term so much, but like the elevated horror, there's those components and those things, and so those can be good. But then there's kind of the fun, campy horror, and then there's this shit. And this shit where it's
Churned
like
out.
kind of like it's just like it lacks any like slashers are fun.
Yeah.
And like even like ones like like Nightmare on Elm Street like earlier in goes from like kind of a more straight horror into like playing up the bits and getting creative and like all of those things. But even like Friday the 13th like with a less animated main character, the movie still dials that up, and we get Jason in New York punching guys' heads off and shit.
Jason X goes to space.
Yeah, like it's crazy, but like that's what you need. Like, get more creative, do more with that. This movie is not like a fun time, and it's like semi-serious, which is stupid, and it's not effective at all. So it's like it's nothing. It's not. It doesn't occupy any part of this space that really justifies it and makes it something worth watching. And it, again, baffles me that you have like this IP now literally falls in your lap and is ripe for like people would if these were good and fun and like that word of mouth carried. Like this would be like imagine that movie we talked about. At the Fantasia crowd, that would be like one of the greatest theatrical experiences you ever have, and the movies don't even attempt to do that.
I hear what you're saying, but I'm also picturing a version of this where you're like, I want to see Ari Aster's Bambi.
Well,
I mean, he could. I mean, but yeah, I know what you mean, but I think it was somehow it underdelivered with very little expectation.
Right, like, and that's the other thing. Like, I very much was like. I was trying to make this succeed as much as I could. And we were giving it credit. We're like, hey, the effects are better than what we
Those bunny
thought.
rabbits were my favorite part. The way they were so quietly hoppy.
Yeah,
that was my favorite.
It looked really shitty, though. Because they look kind of like they just cut a frame and it like slides.
To me, it was terrifying because I was like,
well, it did feel unnatural, which it was supposed to. So that's a credit to that. But
it was a pro.
Bunny rabbits stole the show. And then there's like Kevin was one of his. Where people were crying. Like there's an obvious bit at the end that like is an easy like absolute like it's just animals and cute and you're like but that's it. And so
they get the cute animals right, which I would say
nailed that part
like felt like Disney quality in some parts, not all of them. Well, I'm saying like cute animal. What? Okay, Disney in 2014 maybe. Anyways, I thought they got the cute animals.
Well, they get away with any kind of like it's passable because the whole movie takes place in a single night and everything's kind of shrouded in darkness. So
yeah, it's a very dark movie. I wouldn't watch this on my home
dark
setup.
And gray.
Like
at the beginning when it was the most light out, like it's gray and rainy, and I was like, oh,
because I do feel too like
I hate that.
I could see kind of through some of like the looks of it where they would have a house fire, so there'd be some orange in one corner, then the pale moonlight, and like it was evoking a lot of better color schemes towards the end. I guess I don't know. Like it doesn't look awful. It's competent to a degree, but it's definitely not high bar. Like we came from a film festival where we've seen a plethora of movies that are all different sorts of like adaptations and attempts to make something very artful, and this was
budget
like,
for this to the Obex guy.
Yeah, give the Obex guy that budget and while I watch him fly. So I think my favorite part of the Bambi movie, Bambi the Reckoning, for you and I, was probably that we went to go see it. And like you said, we're the only ones there. Normally, we end on a closer of like, don't snore, don't check your phone. Like, we're usually kind of movie narcs in that way. I think it's
We
necessary.
violated all of our theater etiquette rules, but you can do that when you're by yourself.
So if you find yourself in an empty theater with your best pal on a Thursday afternoon, enjoy it. People pay good money to see movies, and it's really rare you get a private screening of Bambi the Reckoning. So